Welcome back to Gimme Five with Jones and Eli. Eli, controversy over the Ballon d'Or. Should Lionel Messi have won like he did, or should it have been Erling Haaland?
Jones, it had to have been Messi. Are you kidding me? This man, first of all, he's won 7 Ballon d'Ors, right? For his success at the club level, for Barca, whatever, right? The one thing that has eluded this man in his career was a World Cup. And he went out last winter in Qatar and did it. And he did it by himself. This Argentina team was not a good team. Top to bottom, if you look at the lineup, if you look at the squad, it was not good. Without Messi, that team is not even getting out of the group stage. And if they are, there's no way they're even getting past that first round game in the knockouts. Messi was essential to that team. Well, I'm not going to discredit Haaland's season. He had one of the best seasons by a striker ever. Messi deserved this for his accomplishments and for bringing home the most coveted trophy in all of sport to his country, his one thing that he could not do through his career. This solidified him as the GOAT of all time, and he deserves to be recognized for that.
Messi deserves to be recognized, and I think Messi has gotten plenty of recognition, including the Golden Ball in the actual World Cup, which is for the best player in the World Cup. So credit to Messi there. But we're talking about the Ballon d'Or here, the best player for the entire year. And how could you argue against Haaland? This man put on an absolute clinic the entire year, won all the trophies you would need to win the Ballon d'Or, broke the Premier League scoring record, carried his team. His team is very good, I agree, but was the main contributor on a team that won the FA Cup, Premier League, Champions League. First time for the City, by the way, so don't tell me this is a powerhouse team that always, could win the Champions League. First time they ever won the Champions League and got the Golden Boot in all of these competitions. So he was clearly the main contributor on this team. I think the one argument that people pose against Haaland that I think is somewhat valid is that in the big games, he didn't always score while Messi scored in the big games. But first of all, refs are on Messi's side. Easy PKs. Like, I could score 2 in those situations. Like, great. And Haaland, to win a soccer game, to win a full match is not always about how much you score. For Haaland, it was a lot, but even in those big games, he was contributing extremely. And think about just what that threat does to the defenders. Haaland had the better statistical season, won more accolades. Congrats on Messi for winning the World Cup. Got the Golden Ball like he should deserve. But, man, the World Cup is not the whole season.
Jones, you're proving my point exactly for me here. Haaland did nothing in big games, and you say City's not a powerhouse.
Not nothing.
Yes, nothing. No. You watch that Champions League final. Haaland in that game did absolutely nothing. And this is what I want to tell you right now.
That's such a Elias. You can't tell me that you're a fan of the sporting world, and you tell me all you look at is the stats. You can't tell
absolutely
me.
Not. I don't want to look at the stats, but I'm telling you right now, Haaland in these big games has been doing nothing. He ghosts in these big games. That's a fact. And let me tell you something else, okay? City are the best team in the world, with Haaland and without Haaland, okay? The year before, yes, they had kind of that monkey on their back where they could not win the Champions League, and that's true. But this year in the Champions League, or last year, they had the easiest run through the Champions League that I've ever seen. They played Inter Milan in a final. That is a joke of a fixture. Romelu Lukaku was basically playing for them in that game, trying to score own goals in a sense. And Jones, City without Haaland last year, that's the weakest the Premier League's ever been as well. Arsenal, fake contenders. Liverpool had a down year. Chelsea were awful. Tottenham had a down year. Like, last year, without Haaland, City easily win the Prem. They easily win the FA Cup. The only thing you can argue is that he helped them win the Champions League, but he didn't even really, because he didn't score in any big games. Messi scored twice in the World Cup final, scored against the Netherlands, had an assist, was huge.
How many PKs?
All of these big games,
how many PKs?
It doesn't matter. That's a part of the game. He was huge in all these games. And let me tell you something else, all right? In 2018, Luka Modric won the Ballon d'Or for bringing Croatia, his country, to a semifinal. Yes, Madrid won the Champions League in that year as well, but he was not the best player in that team, and he was not the guy who brought them there. But Jones, if he's winning the Ballon d'Or in 2018 for bringing his team to a semifinal in an even shittier World Cup when nobody was good that year, he had to play fucking England in a semifinal. Jones, Lionel Messi deserves the Ballon d'Or for single-handedly bringing Argentina to the final and winning the final. If you line up this Argentina team in 2022 against France in 2018, Germany in 2014, and Spain in 2010, the last 3 World Cup winners, Argentina, top to bottom, is so much worse than all of those teams. And the fact that Messi was able to single-handedly bring glory to his country and bring that trophy home, he deserves the Ballon d'Or.
I mean, again, you just said it yourself. Madrid won that year, so I don't see exactly what we're talking about here. This is clearly not apples to apples. We're talking about a season where Messi was in the MLS for some of it, and yeah, he played well at PSG at the beginning. But France is a farmers league. They are a farmers league. You can't tell me you're comparing that to the Prem. And talk about 2014, Germany won. Who won the Ballon d'Or? Ronaldo. So there's not this precedent of, oh, you know, great story. They won a World Cup. Let's give it to the best guy in the World Cup. That's what the Golden Ball is for. Haaland set records this season. First Champions League, won everything you needed to win, and he simply won because his name was not Lionel Messi. This has been Give Me Five with Jones and Eli. A reminder to follow us on Instagram and TikTok for a chance to suggest our next pod topic. Eli, thanks for talking.
Always a pleasure, Jones. Talk to you soon.